So I went home for the holidays and I was really, really broke. So as I went home, it was quite an overwhelming experience. All of my homies have really moved out of our small hometown and are now scattered around the country, around the world. So I was rather alone, and being the druggie that I am, I was alone. I didn't have no weed, I didn't have no lean. Before I left for home, I had a bottle of lean, I drank it, smoked a blunt, then I left. I did not have any contraband on me. So as I got home, I chilled with my homie for a while. I went to the river, my favorite spot, by the bridge. I chilled and everything. But as soon as I was on my own, my mind began to think about, how could I get high. So it so happens that my younger brother has a mental disorder and he takes these antipsychotics, and being the nigga that I am, I'll try anything. I was like, maybe I can take a few of these pills and see what's what. So I took this drug called Haloperidol. He takes 5 milligrams per day, and I took 10 milligrams. I spent about 30 minutes, didn't feel nothing. Took another 10 milligrams, and then really I did not feel anything. Just maybe slight drowsiness, but really it did nothing to me. So I took the haloperidol at about 8 p.m. and then I woke up. I felt totally fine. Then I spent a day feeling totally fine. Maybe then the next day, maybe 48 hours after I had ingested that drug, something really weird happened. I had gone to the bank. It was payday. I had gone to get my money. And as I was standing in line, I just felt my tongue twitching. And my throat, like, it had these spasms. And my tongue was retracting back, trying to cover my throat, and I couldn't breathe. And so that's what happened. And those effects, the tongue thrust, really stayed with me for about, let's say, for the whole day. I spent the whole day, I was hanging out with this other homie of mine. I don't know if he noticed anything, but it was really terrible. I was really uncomfortable. If you have time, you can Google tongue thrust. It's a really uncomfortable effect. And as that began to happen, my mind went back to, oh shit, maybe it's that shit that I took. And I went and read the leaflet, and it said side effects may include tongue thrust, twitching, tweaking. Man, it was really shitty. So to counter that effect, I decided to buy a bottle of vodka because I noted that the effects would increase as I became more nervous. So I bought 750 a bottle of Pushkin vodka, and I downed like a quarter of that bottle, and I really began to feel much better. Also took this drug called promethazine. It's used as an antiemetic. It's used to treat people with allergies. It's an anti-allergy, but it also has the side effect that it makes you sleep. So I decided to take 50 milligrams. They required not 50 but 100 mg. I actually took 100 mg. I have this pathological fear of needles, so I had to take it per oral. That's why I took 100 milligrams. The required dose, or the advisable dose, is 25 mg, so I was like 4 times above the normal dose. But due to the fucking tongue thrust, I really felt that was the only way I could, treat myself from this shit. And as I read the leaflet, it said that the effects sometimes are unreversible. So, I began to get more scared. So I downed the vodka, maybe half, and left a quarter. That was just like in one day. I drank so much fucking vodka and the promethazine, and then I began to feel better. Man, that was like the worst trip I had ever had in my life. I'm the kind of nigga that will say that I would try any drug that is presented to me, but this incident really made me tread with trepidation. This has been Say Stoner. Peace. And next time you try something, read the effects, the side effects. Shit might happen to you. Try shit that you know what will happen when you take it. Like, some of your homies have taken it and you have observed them, you know, not making yourself the guinea pig like I did. I really, really, really went through some really, 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 really tough and embarrassing shit. This has been Sestona.